Okay, my name is Brent Black. I'm the Extension Fruit Specialist. We're standing here in another high-density apple planting. This particular planting was established in 2015. This was part of a project that had a student, Stuart Adams, that was involved in. He was looking at break strength of the graft union. So one of the things that we found is that certain scion varieties and rootstock combinations form really weak graft unions. And so what we found was he looked at different grafting types, different combinations, and basically what happens is with certain rootstock scion combinations, the graft union is a little bit more brittle, and the wood is stiffer, so that when the wind blows, it puts a lot more stress on that particular graft union. One of the rootstocks that is particularly prone to this type of brittleness is Geneva 41, which is really unfortunate because Geneva 41 has a lot of really nice characteristics. It's very precocious. It produces a really nice balanced tree for this tall spindle system, but it just happens to be brittle, and particularly on certain scion varieties. What they found, what he found in his study was that with scion varieties like Fuji, it tends to be stronger. With scion varieties like Silate, it tends to be weaker. So what we ended up doing here is this particular orchard, we took the strongest rootstock variety and the weakest one, which is Geneva 41 and M9, Nick 29, which is a strong forming one. And then we took Fuji, which tends to be stronger, and Silate, which tends to be weaker, and did different combinations of those. So each plot is a different combination. So we have Fuji on Nick 29, Fuji on Geneva 41, Silate on Nick 29, Silate on Geneva 41, and established this orchard. One of the questions that we had was, if we have a weaker graft union, there's a possibility that we get not as good of vascular connection. So does that make those trees more drought susceptible down the road? If we've got poor xylem connections and then we're adding a drought stress on top of it, do these trees become more susceptible to that type of drought? What we found so far is that there doesn't seem to be any effect on drought tolerance. So this particular orchard, we've got all the different combinations. We drought stress them. We basically cut off the water for several weeks until we're seeing fairly significant drought. We're measuring stem water potential, and then we're bringing them back before they die. We'll rehydrate them and then do another dry down cycle. And so far, there doesn't seem to be any correlation between the weaker graft union and increased drought stress. So that's good news. Basically what we're seeing is that once these trees are established, they tend to do just fine. That weak brittle graft union is really a problem in the nursery and in the first year or two in the fruiting field. Once they're established, once we have them attached to the trellis and they're growing, we don't see the same problem with them breaking off. But it is a problem in the nursery and during that first establishment year.